Hello everybody and welcome to my Wolfenstein, the Old Blood Collectibles Guide for Chapter 5, Wolfberg. In this guide I will be showing you where to collect all the gold bars, both letters, where the nightmare is, and all of the silver within the nightmare for those who care. So first things first, your first bar of gold, when you're here on the map, it is the very first area you come to. There are two commanders. One, as you can see, is right here. There is this mounting here for a machine gun, or for a heavy machine gun. It doesn't have a gun on it. It's just there for you to reload if you happen to have one with you. But directly next to it is your gold bars. Your next gold bars, when you're at this point in the map, as you're progressing, it's still more or less in the same area. It's the way to advance. You're supposed to go into this tower and climb up the stairs on the left. But before you do that, you dive down into it, you will find your gold waiting for you in the water. For your next piece of gold, when you reach this point here on the map, it's right up the tower. You will find a guy guarding a bridge, another guy at the other end, and then a few different guys in here, including a heavy shotgun enemy. But when you come in, I'd recommend clearing them all out first. But on your entrance, take your right, and up on top of this, I guess chairs stacked up weirdly, is your gold bars. Your next piece of gold, when you're here on the map, which is right same area, just up at the top where the sniper is, you're supposed to jump out that window to proceed. If before you do that you turn around and look on the rafters, you'll find another piece of gold. For your next gold bar, when you reach this point here, it's this plaza with this big tower in the middle. There are two super soldiers patrolling it and two commanders. You can either try and sneak around them. If you're playing on a higher difficulty, I would recommend taking out the commanders and sneaking around the super soldiers. On lower difficulties, obviously just take them out. But climb the tower in the middle and you will find your gold bars up in one of the windows. As a side note, if you do want all of the character concept arts to get the village drunkard, you do have to stand here and listen to this guy chat for a bit. He does pause a lot, but eventually he'll pass out and then it'll unlock somewhere. I think it might unlock when he passes out or before that. And you can also give him some more money, but that's not necessary for the thing. For the nightmare level, when you're here on the map, right where the drunk guy is, when you take a left, you're supposed to then go right, and then that's your next goal. But if you turn left from there, you will find a dirty old mattress in the alley that apparently looks like a good place for a nap. So now, if you are interested in getting all the character concept stuff for this level, which requires getting all of the silver pieces within the nightmare, keep watching. If not, go to the timestamp that's on the screen, and that will take you back to the regular collectibles in the normal levels. For your first 5 pieces of silver, make it to this point on the map. And when you go through the door, you will find 2 guards in a sleeping quarters area. And just on the other side of the room will be your 5 pieces of silver. For your next 5 pieces of silver, make it to this point on the map, and you will come to this double doors here. Inside are 2 commanders to take out. And on the left-hand side of the room, as you enter, will be your 5 pieces of silver. For 3 more pieces of silver, make it to this point on the map where you'll have double doors down the hallway. Go into either one. There will be 1 guard, and in the left-hand little cubby there will be your 3 pieces of silver. For your next 4 pieces of silver, make it to this point here on the map. Once you do, you will come across a room with 1 commander and 2 soldiers. Just past the first little table that's set up, there will be a secret wall you can push back. Once you're in there, take a left and push back another secret wall. It's a rather long one. But once it is, there we go, done. Oh god, it's still going. Hang on. There we go. Once it's all the way at the end, you'll find 2 pieces of silver. And then from there, go this way, just follow the path, go back, take your left, and you will find 2 more pieces of silver to make 4. For your next 4 pieces of silver, when you made it to this point on the map, you'll be faced with a very long hallway with no enemies in it for some reason. If you go to the left and open up that door, you will have 1 soldier and 1 piece of silver. And then directly across from that, open up the other door, there will be another soldier, but this time you'll have 3 pieces of silver. For another 9 pieces of silver, make it to this point here on the map, and you will see this stone wall that's a little bit out of place. But you go into there, you will come across 3 guards and then spread out across the room. There'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 pieces of silver. As a side note, when you go to this point on the map in this really long hallway with a bunch of dogs, that is where you will find the key you need in order to leave the nightmare. Okay, and for your final 14 pieces of silver, make it to this point here on the map, and when you go in, there will be 2 commanders to face, and across the room from them, all over the floor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 laid out in just not enough of a pattern to be fucking annoying. And once you've collected all 44 pieces of silver in the Chapter 5 Nightmare, you will unlock the Nightmare Blue Guard character art. For your next piece of gold, when you make it to this point in the map, you will have to have unlocked this gate here. To get there, you're supposed to crawl in through that window, but before you do, check the crates at the end of the alley for your gold. Okay, for your next letter, or for your first letter and your next gold bar, they're in the same place. This point on the map, it's where this will happen. You'll be prompted at some point to put your clothes in the chest, or to put on clothes that are in the chest. But anyway, on the table to your left will be the letter from Wesley, and just around the corner will be the gold bars. For your last piece of gold, after you've climbed out of the sewers and you're at this point on the map, watch out for the 2 guard dogs there are. But before you go into the door, which is your objective, go left behind it and check in the pile of crap there to find your gold bars. Okay, for your last letter and collectible of this chapter, when you've reached this point here on the map, you're supposed to be serving wine to her. But before you do, if you head over to the window, you will find the letter from Shriner, and it is the last collectible of this part. So that has been it for Chapter 5 Wolfberg Collectibles. Thank you for watching, and I hope this helped.